Hi everyone, myself Subarna and welcome you to Symet's Chemical Science. Before going into the details of what are we going to cover, let me first give you some brief introduction about ourselves. So know your instructors first. So this is me, the speaker himself. Is So my name is Subarna Biswas. I have done my masters from University of Calcutta. Uh, I was also a former research scholar in ISR Bhopal. So I have done my training was in theoretical and computational chemistry. I am also CSIR UGC NET qualified 2015 with All India rank 18, and she is Miss Rohiti Chandra. She has done her masters from University of Calcutta, from Lady Burman College campus, and her special paper was organic chemistry. So she will take care about your organic chemistry courses, and I will cover mainly the physical one and inorganic one. Both of us will share. So, what are we going to teach? What do we want you to take away at the end of our classes? Definitely, we will cover whatever is present in the syllabus in depth. By the way, syllabus here means syllabus is a broad sense. Okay, so in broad sense, so we will create two new branches. One is for ITJE and NEET aspirants, that is for 11 12 level, uh, and second branch will be for undergrad and advanced undergrad students, and we will cover the syllabus of all the competitive exams as well, like NEET, GATE, TIFR, etc. So definitely we will cover whatever is present in the syllabus, but parallelly we want you to look at the world beyond the textbooks. What does it mean? It means we'd like you to provide the real life applications of the formulas or the uh, equations that are written in your textbook pages. At the same time, we will try to provide you some recent research advances on a particular field. Okay, so let's start to explain what is chemistry, and as a chemist, as a beginning chemist, one should think. So I think it's needless to say that nothing that we can hold or touch is made of chemicals. So as you as you see this entire uh, as you see this entire screen, your eyes are using an compound named this retinal to convert visible light into nerve impulse. Okay. So as you are listening my words, the gaps between your brain cells are being bridged by simple organic molecules called serotonin. And you did all that without curiously thinking about it, right? But people often have a very narrow view of chemicals, thinking of them only as some dangerous poisons or pollutants. Okay, like this one, etc. But chemicals are not always poisonous. Chemicals compose ordinary things too. The chemicals compose the air we breathe and the water we drink. They compose everything that is needed in the everyday life. That is toothpaste, toilet papers, or the mask and sanitizer, which is a part and parcel of our uh, daily life nowadays. So chemistry explains the properties and the behavior of chemicals in the broadest sense by helping us understand the molecules that compose them. Okay. So chemists are interested in why ordinary substances are the way they are. Why a water liquid? Why a salt solid? Why does soda fizz? Why is a sunset red? So throughout this course, you will learn the answer to these questions and many others. You will learn the connections between the behavior of matter and the structure of the particles that compose it. Now, the next question is what what is the internal structure of this all the substances? How they all the substances are made? So it's very easy that we all we all know. I think we have learned it from the school level that everything all things are made of atoms. But since atoms are usually bound together to form molecules, however, a chemist might add the concept of molecules to this assertion. This simple idea that all things are made of atoms and molecules explains much about our world and our experience of it. Atoms and molecules determine how matter behaves. If they were different, matter would be different. The nature of water molecules, for example, determines how water behaves. The nature of sugar molecules determines how sugar behaves. And the molecules that compose humans determine much about how our body behaves. So there is a direct connection between the world of atoms and molecules and the world we experience every day. Chemists explore this connection. Okay. Chemistry is not about writing this MCQ answers or writing page after pages in your exam sheets. You have to learn to explore these connections. So chemists seek to understand these connections. So a good simple definition of chemistry is the science that tries to understand how matter behaves by studying how atoms and molecules behaves. Okay. Okay. So you are a beginning chemist now, but this may be your first chemistry course, but it may not be your last. To succeed as a beginning chemist, keep the following ideas in mind. First, chemistry requires curiosity and imagination. So let me give you an example. So if you are, if you know that sky is blue, but don't care why it is blue, then you may have to rediscover your curiosity. To succeed as a chemist, you must have a curiosity and imagination of a child. You must want to know the why of things. And I can promise you that I will lead you guys to think in that direction. In these courses of SciMates, you will learn not only about what to read, but also how to read and why, and you will get the answer of every whys. Second, chemistry requires calculation. Throughout this course, you will be asked to calculate answers and quantify information. Quantification involves measurement as a part of observation. It is one of the most important tools in science. Quantification allows you to go beyond merely saying that this object is hot and that one is cold, or this one is large or that one is small. So it allows you to specify the difference precisely. For example, two samples of water may feel equally hot to your hand, but when you measure their temperatures, you may find one is 40 degrees centigrade and another is 45 degrees centigrade. Even small differences can be important in a calculation or experiment. So, assigning numbers to observations and manipulating those numbers become very important in chemistry. Lastly, chemistry requires concentration and commitment. So once the Swami Vivekananda said, the difference between ordinary and great person relies on the degree of the concentration it has. The quality of your life depends on how you concentrate and what you concentrate on. So you have to be there. focused a little bit. And I am sure that if you feel interested about this subject, you will you can put your effort in these courses. So, so another thing you people should keep in mind that this is learning chemistry or learning science is not a sprint, rather it's a marathon. And at the same time, there is also we know this famous we know these famous lines like okay, slow but steady wins the race. So let me so you have to be patient. You should not worry about uh, uh, doing making mistakes, because mistakes teaches you a lot. So you should not, so but your try should be there. You may do the mistakes, but your try should be there. So don't fear about doing mistakes. It will teach you a lot of things. And another thing is what I said, ki slow but steady wins the race. uh, so let me give you some numerical example of how small but consistent work works, consistent study or consistent effort works. So I have my pen is there. So if you suppose if your effort is 1.00, if you are giving this effort up to 365 days, that is a year, what will it remain? It will compound it into 1.00 to the power 365. It will be, it will remain as 1, right? 00. But if we make in very small gradual change of 1, that is you put your effort little bit of extra. Let's say this one. You change your effort from 1 to 1.01 every day, and after 365 days, what you will get? You calculate it. Yep. So it's 37.78. Look at the change. Look at the change. And whatever you have done, only the small changes. Only small changes in effort. So, so small but consistent effort is required, and so you must do your work regularly and carefully. If you do, you will succeed and you will be rewarded by seeing a whole new world, the world of molecules and atoms. This world exists beneath the surface of nearly everything you will encounter. So I welcome you to this world and consider it a privilege. So, okay, enough speech has been delivered. So let me first let me now give you some brief introduction about your IIT courses. What are the syllabus? First, understand it. Then we'll going into the details. Okay, so I will start from this. I will talk about this all the books and bagera all this in the next lectures. Uh, but let's first understand the syllabus. So as I promised, I will tell you everything from. I will try to speak everything from the real life perspectives. So let's understand the syllabus from the example of maybe Coca-Cola can. Okay, so it's I guess every one of you enjoys drinking Coca-Cola or Coke, especially in this scorching heat, right? So when you open the can of a Coke or Thumbs Up or Pepsi, whatever, you hear this familiar sound of pressure release, right? So when you take a sip and you feel that carbon dioxide bubbles on your tongue, if you shake the can before you open it, you are sprayed with the bubbly liquid. So a can of soda, like most familiar items of our daily lives, is a chemical mixture containing mostly of about sugar, water, and carbon dioxides. Right? So this one, It is nothing but mixture of water, sugar, and carbon dioxide. So what are these? These are all molecules. These are all molecules. So we will learn about this uh, sugar, water, and carbon dioxide. So these are molecules in the according to NCERT or CBSE syllabus, or even in the state board syllabus, it is unit 2 and 4. So at the same time, you see that okay, this water is also we know that it's a liquid, right? It's a mixture of water, carbon dioxide, and sugar. So water is your liquid, and carbon dioxide is a gas. So in normal state, so we learned these states of matter in the unit 5 and 7. This is as per your NCERT syllabus. So again, this this sugar molecules contains what? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen mainly. So we will learn this organic chemistry that will be taken care by Rohiti from unit 12 onwards. And we'll all know that after opening this can, after opening this can, it got uh, heated after some time. So we learned this all this heat transfer phenomenon in this chapter thermodynamics. In this chapter thermodynamics, which is unit 6. At the same time, you will also know this the can of the Coca-Cola container. It is made up of aluminium. Aluminium is nothing but this P block. We know what is P block, is block, whatever. It is a class of elements that is grouped under a P block in periodic table. That is under a periodic table. So we'll learn about it in this chapter named periodic table, and there is a separate chapter dedicated to P block. Periodic table. Okay. And we also know that this why do we need not only we drink cold drinks for our pleasure, we also sometimes use it for acidity issue as well. Like so 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 this acidity, basicity, etc. Inside of the liquid solutions and all, we learn in this chapter called ionic equilibrium, which is our unit 8 of our according to the NCERT syllabus. So these are also what you, so at least now I hope that I have tell something that comes from a real life example. So if you think in this way, that how chemistry are involved in everyday's life, the Coca-Cola can itself is an example. So try to think about it. Not only the anyway, doing passing MC, I mean, taking MCQ is important, but at the same time, knowing real life world is also important. So I will talk about this detailed syllabus and solve from the later on. But till now, so till now I am okay. So so I will meet with you from the next class, and I will talk about the details of the syllabus. By the way, so initial chapters that I will, as I told, that everything is made up of atoms and molecules. So I will start from this chapters, atoms and molecules. Okay. So I don't know which unit it is there in your NCERT books, but I will start from here, from the next courses. So stay well, stay safe, wearing masks, and maintain social distancing. Thank you.